One is Senfglas' Druid versus AKAWonder's
Right.
Control Lock.
Oh, before going into the set, I was like, Jade Root sweep, let's go.
Yeah.
He was very
plan,
confident.
Sem's plan is to sweep with Jade, so we will see how that unfolds.
I mean, he starts us off with a really good matchup. I think if this is played well from the Jade Root side, I think it's unlosable.
Judging by Sem's face right now, he looks pretty happy with his starting hand.
Yeah,
Actually, like
Walk
perfect
into,
starting hand.
into
Okay.
lots of green men. Aya's also like the best Jade minion you can get, right? Because it's 2.
Against control, for sure. You like want Aya, absolutely. Gather, is there anything more satisfying than like getting your ramp as Druid? You're just like,
Yeah, this is the best feeling ever. And looking at the Warlock's hand, God, Falcon, how do you deal with this? Because I hate calling games too soon, but this is already looking really grim for the Warlock.
How do you deal with this?
like-
You just want to say, all right, game over. AKAWonder, you may as well just go ahead and concede now because...
hey,
Yeah, because like you think about the general game plan, right? And you think turns in advance, and then looking at this hand, how does a Warlock deal with all these Jades?
I mean, quite frankly, we're at SeatStory. I'm quite happy to say, yeah, okay, sure, this game's over and talk about whatever the hell we want. But usually what I would do is just, try and constantly check to see if there's any possible out whatsoever for AKAWonder. Does he have Rin in the deck, maybe? If he can draw that in time, can he pull that off?
Yeah.
Can he actually get the seals down without the Jade Druid pressuring him down too much?
we saw Jade Druid lose to Warlock yesterday, so anything can happen.
We did, and
Yeah.
that was pretty terrifying actually. Just to think how strong this Warlock deck is. Master Oak
wow.
is a card
That is maybe
actually
something, yeah.
can actually give AKAWonder a win condition now.
That perfect Aya on curve feels good, man.
I mean, you were saying some of the most satisfying things for playing Jade Druid. There's the ramp, there's the Aya on curve,
Yeah.
there's the ultimate infestation on turn 6 or something. These are all pretty satisfying cards to play.
Yeah, what a crazy deck. I feel like people maybe underestimated Jade Druid. I mean,
Yes,
everyone knows
for
it's
sure.
a great deck, but like, you know, I was surprised that we didn't see it more in this tournament because it's still fantastic.
Yes, it's
you
really
know?
good.
It's kind of one of those strange decks where it was sort of joint second with Rogue in terms of decks which were very strong in the last format.
Yeah.
And most people considered Highlander Priest to be just the best deck, and so you've got the players that just kept slamming the best deck from the last meta, the Highlander Priest, and you've got the players that kept playing Tempo Rogue because got a bunch of new tools like the Corridor Creeper. But Jade Druid didn't really get anything new. It got kind of branching paths, I guess, and that's kind of it. So
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed by this card branching path. I
Yeah.
didn't expect to be that good, but the card is actually insane. I'm pretty sure it makes the cut in the deck, and it will be around in the final build.
But I think that's one of the reasons we've not seen many Jade Druids, because there's just not been much new stuff to experiment with, and unlike the Priest, it's not quite been considered worth it. But the players like Senfglas that did bring the Druid, Bunny Hopper in the last series almost swept with Druid.
Yeah.
It's been a high reward.
See, oh, interesting. Okay. He's going with the Dreadlord. It's really nice that AKAWonder picked up the Ren, though.
Are you thinking just slam Rin and stuff?
I kind of like just, well, I guess you want to take care of the 4-1 there, but
So
develop the Ren as soon as possible.
the issue with Rin in this matchup is you never have time to develop it.
It's
Even if you
very
do it,
true.
like you
It's so-
need, well, how many times do you need to do it? 6 times, right?
25 mana.
Yes, by that time you're dead.
By that time.
There's one card that AKAWonder really does not want to draw now, and that's the second Void Lord. Because if he draws the second
Oof.
Void Lord, that Master O card is looking pretty
Yeah.
weak. If he can get a good Master O card off, though, then maybe he gets enough time to play these seals. He gets the Void Lord up. He's got another Void Lord in the hand to play. That's a lot of taunts that can get in Senfglas' way.
Yeah, after watching SeatStory Cup, I've kind of decided that I don't really like Oakheart in Control Warlock as much as I originally thought. I think it works better in like Tysus Druid, like so strong there. But I don't think it's as good in Warlock as everyone kind of
It
thought.
does seem to have found its home now. In
Yeah, it's found its home.
the gut reaction when the card was revealed was, oh my god, this goes in Warlock. Void Lord's a card, that's crazy.
Right.
But Dragon Hatcher is just, just pretty strong.
All right, well, Semp has the UI, so...
Yeah, Senf just has everything.
Yeah, pretty good.
He self-proclaimed high roller this tournament with his incredible performances as Shaman. We don't actually have the classes in front of us right now, but Ali, do you know what Senfglas? Oh, sorry,
Yeah, we
it's on
do,
screen.
yeah.
It's right on screen. What's his 5th class then? Which one haven't we seen yet? The
Warlock. Right?
Wait.
did he not bring Warlock before? There should be the 5th class that we haven't seen yet that he's playing in this series. I'm not sure which one that was.
I think it's Warlock and it got banned.
Yeah, it's Warlock and it got banned.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's weird that he didn't bring Warlock as one of his first 4 and still got this far, right?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that.
Yeah, okay.
And he had a very weird reason for it, but it worked out for him.
It worked out.
Can you...
He was like, he didn't want to bring Warlock because he was afraid people would play Quest Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was expecting Quest Mage.
A couple players did, but it hasn't gone that well for any of them.
No. And all the EU players basically say, well, why would you respect Quest Mage? Because that's a shit deck.
It does have the ability to just completely shut down control, though.
Now, as we continue to go through the motions here, because as Tyler rightfully called right at the beginning of the game, AKAWonder is in a bit of trouble. You two are both, I'd say it's fair to say you're both much better known for your stream than for your competitive play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tyler is not a pro player. He's actually just a grinder,
Yes.
for example. But can you tell me, 'cause, Tyler, I know you've been competing a lot more recently. What has your seat story been like in that respect? Has this encouraged you both to compete more in the future? Are you excited for the HCT changes? Or do you think you're going to go back to just spending as much time on stream as possible?
Oh, no. I've always been focused on competing for me. It's just that streaming is the first priority, and then competing is just secondary, but it's still very important to me.
And how about you, Ali?
Yeah, after this experience, like I was really like pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed the competing atmosphere, and I definitely want to participate more in the future.
Big
Well,
2018 for both of you, I'm sure.
Yeah,
And
let's see.
big start to this series for Senfglas as he takes the first win, surprising absolutely no one as soon as we saw the matchup. Yes, we have seen Control Warlock win against Jane Druid, but I think that's a very fringe.
Yes, and it's also a very different build than what AKAWonder has. I think with what build he had and the hands we saw in the mulligan, I don't think he had a chance.
Cubes can win that matchup.
Yes.
Cubes can win everything.
Yep.
Cube block.
What's-
You
what's-
brought cube block, right?
I brought Cube Block.
What's your opinion on the Cube block now, Tyler? Because a lot of players...
Actually kill them with Doom Guards,
Yeah.
and then you get out-pressured by Rin. So for me, the Cube Block was bad in the tournament, but like overall, for example, on ladder, it's better because it beats Jade Druid and it beats Priest.
Okay, let's jump into game number 2. And AKAWonder's got a Luneth in his opening hand. Now, this has been said a lot
pretty
during this
strong.
tournament, but the orange school of thought is keep it in every mulligan, play it on turn 6, win the game.
I agree.
You agree,
The
Tyler?
card is that impactful, yes.
You think you always just keep it?
Yes. Having a limited amount of cards is definitely worth it for 6 mana. So you usually give up 1 turn of tempo, and then after that, you suddenly win, and your opponent's like, how did I lose that game? Well, yeah, we drew a million cards.
Yeah, I think Tempo Mage or Burn Mage definitely has the potential to beat Jade Druid for sure. And this start isn't bad from AKAWonder. Definitely not bad at all.
There's no mana worm, so it's not like the
There's no
perfect
mana
tempo
worm,
mage
but
start,
And
hey, Kirin to a mage into whichever secret you want always seems pretty good.
Yep. I definitely think people don't often slam the weapon fast enough because they're like, I give up so much tempo for 6
Right.
mana.
Yeah.
But every turn that you manage to get it down sooner, you gain more from it.
Yeah.
So after that, you draw 3 every turn, obviously. So the sooner you play it, usually the better it is.
Well, that's like prime play to win versus play to survive argument.
Yes.
Isn't it? Like the play to survive can be to just leave the weapon in your hand, play a Firelands Portal, Frostbolt something, whatever. But the play to win is often slam the Luneth down. Yeah, maybe you take a bunch of damage next
Yes.
turn, but after that, you've got all of the tools that you could ever possibly want. And AKAWonder reached for that Nourish then.
Ooh.
It's not actually Counterspell.
It's actually not counterspell.
But it could be Counterspell.
So does he have the balls?
That is the question. Does he have the balls?
I think he does.
I think Sem's got the balls. I don't know. That Tyrant was a really nice pickup too.
Senf has the balls.
He's
Well, that's like
knows both.
that's like if it is Counterspell, okay, whatever. But if it's not, I win the game. It's like one of those plays, right?
right. Well, I don't know.
Not quite as extreme as I just win the game, but it's such a
Yeah.
it's a much favorable position having played the card.
Well, Senfglas kind of out of cards though, and there's gonna be another
Yeah.
counterspell coming down.
He's gonna need to pick up a UI like pretty soon here. He's gonna be in trouble.
Unfortunately, Fandral does not work with punching pads. And even if it did, it would be getting counterspell now. AKAWonder allocating his...
Yeah,
secret
Sem
to
doesn't look too happy. The time is ticking, and he's already at 21 health.
Can he get the UI from the top, guys? Is he a good player?
Come on.
He's an okay player.
Okay.
He's an okay player.
He's an okay.
Jade Behemoth is not a bad top deck in the slightest. And these Jades are building up. The problem is, there isn't much pressure on the board now, and I think that weapon is coming down faster than you can say a Luneth.
Yeah, I really need to pick up Malfurion so we can start like armoring up every turn, because I feel like against Mage, if you can just get that 3 armor, you usually can get there. Outlast him. Oof, a Luneth's so strong in this deck. I mean, Senf is building up somewhat of a nice board here.
Yeah, considering he is just playing from the top of his deck.
Yeah.
Not going badly at all. The problem is, it's what we were talking about earlier. And Luneth just gives Aka his whole deck, basically.
Whole deck, yeah.
Sacrifice 1 turn to just make the rest of your turns incredible.
What is the secret, by the way?
I believe it's another counterspell.
Yeah, it is a counterspell, that's right.
Okay.
That's fine.
Not the worst thing to eat up the counterspell.
If that was the turn that Senfglas drew the ultimate infestation,
Yeah.
we've already seen he has the balls. So.
Yeah. We've already seen his... Oh gosh, that corridor creeper is gonna...
Oh, and
0
the
mana,
Mana
5/5.
Mana Worm, Firelands Portal.
Oh my gosh.
The Bell Crystal
swing,
Runner.
The swing is real. Yeah, no, Sem's... I don't think he can get and recover from this.
Well, anyone that wasn't sure about Luneth before,
Yeah.
it's easy to say it just sits in your hand most games, or you don't draw it most games. But yeah, when you do draw it, this happens.
Okay, staying alive. Barely.
Barely. Fireball from the glyph would not quite be lethal. It'd be 2 off, I think.
I think Sem's plan to sweep a Jade Druid might be coming to an end here.
If he could
guys.
somehow just stall for long enough for AKAWonder to just lose his deck, then
About how many more turns? Oh, he's actually at 7 cards.
Interesting.
Is there ever a world where it's possible? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
there's just too much burn. That Meteor is pretty good too, actually. Meteor, Frostbolt, one of the minions, that allows you to push quite a lot of damage. There's actually just so many.
Yeah,
ways
he
I
can just misplay this entire turn and never lose.
Oh, is it? This is the way he's going though, right? Just Meteor, Frostbolt, something, so that he can push an extra attack into the face.
Actually, is he dead this turn? No, he's not. Very
Almost.
close.
All right, what miracle draw? Is there a Yogg-Saron in this
Is there?
deck? Ah, there's another Spreading Plague, but that's not going to save him from...
Detect Yogg.
I mean, hey, jokes
Hey, you never
aside,
know.
there's no other card that could get him out of this situation. There's no other card that's ever been printed in Hearthstone that can do that. So AKAWonder does take his first win with the Temper Mage, and actually, I think this is a deck that is capable of swinging. So now Senfglas is going to be on the back foot. He needs to decide whether he's going to queue up his Mage, his Priest, or his Shaman.
Yeah, AKAWonder had a pretty good hand. Like, he didn't have the Mana Worm, but he had, like, the 2/2 with the weapon, the 4/3 into the secret. So it just has the ability to just sweep. Like, it's crazy, crazy deck. It can do some insane things, like just Barnes into Yashar's GG, you know?
Yeah. And it has a decent shot against all the aggro decks too.
Yeah, it really does. It's got so much removal, a lot of healing.
I guess the Spellstone ended up being a pretty nice tool just to add to
the
the
spells.
already incredible deck. And Psychic Scream is nutty in almost any priest build at the moment.
What spellstone do you think is the best? In your
Oh, that's a
opinion?
really tough question.
Wow.
I think the Warlock one has to be just because
that one's so strong.
that extra 7 healing
Yeah,
in the deck.
yeah.
It's like it's brought. So the way Sottle described it yesterday, it's like, okay, so Warlock lost anti-killbot a long time ago, but now it's got 2 more anti-killbots in the forms of the Spellstone, and then, you know, Dark Pact as well for an extra 16 damage.
Yeah, just for
health.
1 mana, you know.
And it only costs 1 mana.
Early on, you have tools to deal with Mana Worm, you have tools to deal with the 2/3s, and if you just win board early on, you can usually just run away with the game. Because the mage has trouble dealing with lots of minions, right? And the shaman can go very wide.
Now, Tyler, there's an Aluneth in AKAWonder's hand.
Yes,
Does he keep it?
yes, you keep it.
Ali?
I think the consensus is you keep it all the time. Now it's so powerful, it just completely ends the game, right? So.
I don't know if I've been talking to some crazy people or something, but I don't think there is a consensus.
Oh, really?
Others have been saying, no, it's
too expensive.
it just sits in your hand for 6 turns and then you lose. Like, you have to get to turn 6. And against decks like the Shaman, maybe you don't get to turn 6. And hey, it looks like AKAWonder is one of these people.
I mean, maybe against Shaman, like having that Mana Worm is so important to kind of fight for the board early that maybe AKAWonder. Yep.
Oh.
Ooh, and there.
He got rewarded for it.
Yep, he did get rewarded. When I play this deck, I generally want a hard mulligan for Mana Worm. Like, it's so powerful. And the 2/3.
There was a meme going
So
around
important.
a while back. I think it was before Knights of the Frozen Throne came out, where it's just, as the Gunther Mage, Discover Mage, Burn Mage, whatever you want to call it, draw Mana Worm, win the game.
Yeah. Mana Worm is one of my favorite cards.
The amount of chip damage that you can get in with that thing is just devastating. But,
Yeah, but when it doesn't, though,
yeah,
when,
AKAWonder's hand
when the
is-
shaman has the answer, then it's gonna be really hard for the mage to put together enough damage to kill the shaman, and then the shaman is gonna have big swing turns with evolves later on. So, yeah, I like this Q from Senfglas, and I actually think right now,
Well, AKAWonder's hand is a bit poo, isn't it?
yeah, it's very
it's
bad.
really not. It's not good.
Right now, it's looking really good for Senfglas, for the shaman. So what do you do here? You ping it?
Ooh, turn 2, aggro mage, ping. Ugh. Yeah,
You could also just trade and drop 2/3.
that's horrible as well, though.
Yeah.
Everything is bad. Senfglas has both of his different evolve cards. Does Senfglas actually run Thrall? I don't recall seeing it.
He has to, right?
Not 100% sure, actually.
Hmm.
Ooh, this is just all really slow from AKAWonder.
Well, he might be able to get the reward of Senfglas not playing a spell this turn, meaning that AKAWonder can get the Medivh Valet down with its effect next turn. That's something. That's kind of edging back onto the board slowly. He can get rid of one of these 1/2s, ping away the 1/1, then he's developed a 2/3 and done something. Or he could
That's
drop
pretty
both.
strong,
Deal with
yeah.
both elementals. That's
That
not
might
bad.
save
either.
him.
Develops a good body whilst also pushing Senf off the board.
Oh, he decides to ping there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would have shot. Well, I guess maybe he's thinking wants to hold it back for a Flame Tongue Totem or something. Yeah, and he's gonna get that option. Ooh, it's strong turn.
Yeah, Guarantor Mage, Medivh Valet, and Explosive Runes.
Yeah.
But Senf's Shaman, to me, has been a real standout in this tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The first few days of the tournament, Shaman wasn't doing very well at all, Senf's included, but yesterday, it was just doing some disgusting things. Against you as well, actually, Ali. Was it the game against you where he got
Tyrion from his evolve. That was
Tyrion,
crazy.
and then did he get Antonidas as well and start just creating fireballs? Was that against you?
Yeah, that was also against me. Tyrion and Antonidas in the same game. Seems good.
7 mana, 5/5. Seems bad. That card seems bad. Doesn't that seem bad?
Oh yeah, terrible card. Why would anyone ever run that? Pfft.
I've heard some people referring to Corridor Creeper as a bit of a high roll card, and at first I didn't really get it, but what they mean it in terms of the fact that if you draw it early, then you kind of get the high roll, but if you draw it late, like if you top deck it on turn 7, 8, 9, then it is just a 7 mana 5/5, and that's not too hot.
Question is Corridor Creeper so good that it has the potential to get nerfed someday?
That's a good question. And I was talking to Sossel about this as well, and he was saying it's possible that Blizzard decide to just wait it out,
See what happens.
see what happens when Patches rotates out, because Patches is one of the reasons.
It's so good, yeah, that's very true.
I'm not so sure. I feel like the card is just a little bit too busted, and maybe even just giving it just a very slight change. Maybe making it an 8-mana 5/5, or making it a 7-mana 4/4. Maybe doing something like that sooner rather than later would help out a lot. Hey, welcome back, Tyler.
Sorry if you missed me. The lights were too hot. I was like getting a nosebleed here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good now.
I'm glad I
We're
didn't
back.
see that. I'd have
Back in action.
called an ambulance.
So this A-bomb's actually problematic. It's gonna eat up Sem's board here.
So what did I miss?
You missed Corridor Creeper appearing in AKAWonder's hand.
Ooh.
This is a terrible set of unstable evolutions so far.
Yeah,
That's a good one, though.
not bad, not bad.
That's bad.
That's not good. So you should go for the next one.
Volcanosaur. All right, we're gonna
8
go all
drops
the way
should
to
be good.
8. Come on,
Come
Tyrion
on,
again. Let's
come on,
go.
Tyrion. Okay.
That's decent.
Take it.
Not bad,
Take it.
not bad.
But now AKAWonder can make this Corridor Creeper free. He can actually fireball something. Oh, he's got 2 fireballs, in fact.
Yeah, this is... I think Senf is gonna have to pick up a Doppelgangster Evolve to take this board back pretty quickly, or it could be rough. Interesting.
What is the secret?
I believe it's still a...
Explosive runes?
Yeah, I think so. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's explosive
runes.
So...
Senfglas has actually been wrestled off of this board. It just takes a pirate to proc the secret, and that's not the end of the world. Thing from below plus and stable evolution is reasonable.
Gosh, Explosive Runes is such a good card.
Oh, really? It's just better than Fireball in many cases, because it's still 6 damage, but it deals the minion and goes face. It's crazy.
So he's debating whether he wants to totem. It means he gets 1 less evolve if he goes for it. This is much better though, because
Yeah,
if
I
he
like
saves
this.
it, he goes for it next turn. He gets evolved 9 times.
Okay. I think AKAWonder is probably looking to get some AoE. Flame Strike would be great for him.
Yeah, so Arcane Explosion probably not the AoE that he's looking for.
No.
Many don't even consider that AoE. Like, we as casters did calculations a while back, not during this expansion, we need to redo them, but we did calculations of like percentage chance to get AoE from that card, percentage chance to get burn damage.
Oh yeah.
We didn't even count Arcane Explosion as AoE.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Oh man. This is not looking good for Sam.
Oh, well, he just needs to start evolving this totem.
He really, really needs the Doppelgangster Evolve turn. Which there might not even be enough time to get it. Yeah, I don't... He's gonna have to get both.
He can take this up to 8. 1 8-mana card should be capable of dealing with both of these, depending, of course, on what it is.
Those are not good.
None of them matter, though. Only the next one matters.
Oh, God. Oh, RNG.
Okay,
Oh.
all right, we got there. Anomalous will clear the board.
Okay.
Well, he can't really kill it off himself though.
No, he cannot.
So AKAWonder can just go face.
Well, he's got 2 different lines here, right? He could just go face, or he could trade it, like go face with one, trade and ping with the other, and then develop the Sorcerer's Apprentice just to get ahead again. Problem with that is that it loses to Maelstrom Portal with spell damage.
Yes, there's no way in AKAWonder situation you don't just go face.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because the only scenario where you lose the board if Senf has Jade Lightning and Jade Lightning off his own guy.
Yeah,
That's the only card.
want to put Senf to 10 and draw some burn. Be good.
Oh man, what's the touch
9.
for this? What if Senf draws a Jade Lightning? That could get interesting. Just Jade Lightning his own guy and trade it in. Because AKAWonder's going all in here.
It's gonna be tough to win this game from 9 health, though.
Isn't it better to just hold on to that?
Yeah, he's presenting lethal
Oh.
without it. It's not necessarily necessary.
I don't think there's
Well, maybe
any...
to get through a taunt, yeah.
Okay, sure. Can he get another taunt? Yes!
We could!
That actually makes all of the difference, right? Only 5 damage can push him to the face now.
Meaning he's not that dead.
Okay. Okay, Sam. You just keep doing this with the Shaman.
Manowyrm's not going to do much here.
I actually cannot believe what I'm watching right
I
now.
know.
Sam looking as stressed out and upset as always when he's playing Hearthstone.
Sam always looks so sad.
I just want to give him a hug.
It's his concentration phase.
So for AKAWonder, there's only one place here. It's the face.
Yeah. There's only ever one place in Hearthstone. Come on.
I mean, you trade in and you also ping face. Like, you never ping the anomalous here.
No.
You let Sam do that. So you get to push for 6, meaning Senfglas only has 3 more turns.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much any burn is lethal for AKAWonder.
If Senfglas runs Thrall, that will heal him up a little bit, which could be helpful. You can just totem up, heal up, and then...
Yeah, that actually would...
But I'm not even certain he runs it. I feel as though we've not even seen Thrall in this whole tournament.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay. Well, this is awkward.
This is awkward. I mean, he's got to kill this board.
Yeah. He does. He definitely...
It hurts to kill your own Manowyrm. You need cards.
So is this a J-Claw's Hero Power evolve?
Do you even evolve, or do you wait for the high roll next turn?
Yeah.
Well, your
Because-
Senfglas in this
the high
tournament.
roll, right?
You get a 2-drop and a 5-drop. That doesn't help you, right?
Nah.
So you need to get more out of this.
Okay, well, that's another card for AKAWonder that does absolutely nothing.
There are some outs for Sam. If you can find the Creeper and evolve into a Wreck Light Lord.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's the new Paladin 3-mana card, right? The 2/4 that heals your face for the
Oh yeah,
first
yeah,
turn.
yeah.
Mhm.
That one as well.
If you can get a 2-drop and evolve into that, that's... And again, Thrall, potentially, if it's in the deck. Will
Yeah.
allow him to heal back up to 8.
RNG needs to be on Sim's side right now. So what is AKAWonder thinking right now? He wants to ping.
It's hard to say. I can't think of a good reason not to ping the face. You
Yeah.
expect most of the time that over the course of the next 3 turns, he just wins by doing that, and Senfglas should not win before then, so... And there's no better target to ping.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, do you just...
Portal actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it does if he pulls out Patches or Stone to Spore. Right?
Yep.
No.
What's that?
Oh, the Feral Gibber.
Feral Gibberer.
So, is Symph gonna evolve this turn?
Oh god, it means he loses the taunt.
Oh, that's...
That's such a problem.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's like...
You lose the stun and you also...
But if he doesn't evolve this turn,
But, like, what do you evolve into that...
are there any 5-mana cards that can actually heal him? I don't
Like, Friendly Bartender from...
Okay, yeah, good spot. None of those are friendly bartender. None of those have torn. Senfglas drops the concede. Didn't high roll the evolve this time, unfortunately for him. And now AKAWonder is winning 2-1 with his Tempo Mage. Like I said a moment ago, this is the type of deck that does.
The Arcane...
Go on, Ali.
Artificer?
Artificer, yeah.
There we go. Artificer? There we go.
Yeah. I would have said Articifier. And that's
Articifier.
definitely wrong.
Okay. Jaina's a card.
Jaina.
Doomsayer's a nice pickup, actually.
He'd have loved Jaina in the last game. AKAWonder failing to pick up the Mana Worm this time as well, although this is always a good way to start the game, drawing into a secret. Not got anything to play on curve on turn 2 though, and that Doomsayer will slow Aka down. There's the Mana Worm.
There's turn late, Mana Worm.
Just a tad late, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Coin or Chronologist was that obvious of a play. Was probably correct, but it just made us go really awkward, right? Because he had nothing as a follow-up.
Yeah.
This sort of
work
fixes
out,
itself
though.
now, yeah. The Mana Worm Frostbolt to get rid of the Acolyte of Pain.
Oh, Senf looks sad.
Senf always looks sad when he's...
Oh, no.
You guys look sad too right now.
I just... Seeing a player sad makes me sad.
I was supposed to root for AKAWonder, right? So I,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to see him sad either.
You're such a nice guy.
And AKAWonder's even more cuddly than Senf is.
Have you cuddled him?
Not quite as cuddly as Ant, though. Him I have cuddled.
Nice.
Oh, man.
This is looking rough.
This is
Really
pretty
rough.
good for AKAWonder. So the question is, do you draw or develop the counterspell?
Yeah, I really wonder if Mage was even the Q. Should have just tried to high roll with the Big Priest.
Yeah.
Just get Borns on 4.
Is it definitely correct to play the counter or draw instead of playing the counterspell there? I feel like Dragon's Fury, or what's the Dragon's card?
That's true.
You know, like
Actually, that's the one, yeah.
this Mana Worm's doing work for you.
It would have been so strong that turn as well, with the Arcane Tyrant as well. But now Senfglas is getting to the point where he can actually start to play his things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a nice
In
place
Hearthstone,
to
you
be in
generally want to do that, right? You want to play cards.
If your cards are glowing green, that's usually better than when they're not glowing green. Senfglas' secret is the Potion of Polymorph. So this is going to become a 1-1. Unfortunately, AKAWonder can play both of these, which is kind of absurd, especially when you consider there's then going to be 2 5/5 corridor creepers coming down to follow up with. I guess Senf could consider Fire Lancing the 5/5, but there's 2 secrets up and he knows one of them's a counter spell,
Yep.
so...
He still can develop this.
Which dies to explosive,
Arcane
right?
Yeah, and then he's just dead.
Well, that was a game of Hearthstone.
Yep, that's what this mage has the ability to do.
It was not a long
Completely
game of
run over
Hearthstone.
people.
God, that felt so horrible. Such a bad matchup because his cheapest spell is like, what, 6 mana or something? Or 5 mana, right? He doesn't run any secrets himself. Blocks.
Right.
There we go.
We are cooking.
We're in
now.
business, guys. Got the Barnes.
Meanwhile, on AKAWonder's side, throws away 2 of his cards.
Has the coin to proc a counterspell if need be.
Yeah, and Aka's not looking too good this game. He's got Archaeologist and Sorcerer's Apprentice, both ready to come down on turn 2. Makes me counterspell, but it's Kirintor Mage is the big swingy card in this matchup. Cabal Lackey maybe even. Mana Worm obviously is important, and these 2 drops alone aren't really strong enough to make enough of an impact to slow Senfglas down just yet. Having Barnes in the opening hand of Big Priest is just possibly the best feeling in Hearthstone, because it means your Shadow Essence can't low roll the Barnes, and it means your Eternal Servitude could go off after that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than Shadow Essencing into Barnes like 5 games in a row.
Have you
But
been
then
there,
you're
Ali?
like, yeah,
From experience?
yeah, speaking from experience. But then you're like, well, I'm playing Big Priest, I deserve it.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, Cora was telling me a couple weeks ago, Big Priest is one of her favorite decks in Hearthstone.
Ooh.
And the other casters we were with, like Dan Gaskin and Derek, were there. Oh, Cora, I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Can we still be
That
friends?
is not what you want to admit.
Can we still be friends, Cora? Well, to be honest, I like Big Priest too.
Yeah. It's fun when you're the one playing it.
That's true.
So he plays the explosive thingy first because he knows there's still the coin. What will this Borns do?
Okay.
It's pretty good.
It's not as good.
But Senfglas now
Right.
does have a Shadow Visions in hand as well, so he can get the Eternal Servitude, potentially.
Yeah.
He's got a greater healing potion.
That's good in this match.
Yeah. Death Coil's nice as well. Could answer a 5/5 or heal you back up.
So you proc a counter spell with the Pint Size, and then you potion to steal a guy and kill both, and then use Shadow Visions.
That's really nice.
Pretty sure that's what's gonna happen.
It's really nice. It sets up the Servitude for next turn, or the Shadow Essence, I guess, for turn 6, if he doesn't get it, because he's bound to get one of the 2 cards.
Yeah. Did he whiff on both?
Feels bad, yeah.
Spellstone is great, but not on turn 5.
I think you still take it
Yeah.
though. Like,
Well, he's got the means to survive until turn 5.
Yeah.
He's got Death's Coil, which is one of the best Death Knight cards, I guess, for this matchup. So versatile, he can heal up or he can deal the damage. It's only 2 mana, so he can use it to proc a counterspell, or proc a counterspell and then use it.
ooh. Yeah, you definitely go another counter spell help. Just slam a 5/5.
3 mana 5/5s are pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad.
They're not quite 0 mana 5/5s,
Yeah.
but they're also not 7 mana 5/5s.
It's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think there's any world where you don't slam the 5/5 here.
I guess maybe he's thinking about drawing. Getting to a Lunith.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, he's just scared that Senf picked up the 4 mana. What's the card? I don't know the names of the card.
Which one?
The 4 mana that revives the minion.
Eternal Servitude.
Oh, yeah.
Eternal
Eternal
Servitude,
Servitude.
yeah. Yeah, I literally played 1 game of Big Priest before I submitted the deck list, and I don't even know the name. Yesterday I didn't even know the 7 mana spellstone, how that worked. I thought you could like resurrect multiple
Of the same minion.
of the same minion.
Yeah, no. I think Sotul made the same mistake in a cast yesterday.
Yeah, and that was also because of me, because I was like
Oh,
very
you were-
confident. I was like, yeah, you can definitely summon.
Oh, you were on
no,
the
no,
sofa
no.
with him at that
Yeah,
point.
different minions.
It does say different, yeah. So, Kirin Mage plus Secret or Corridor Creeper? What's the plan?
Kirin's Mage plus Secret.
Yep.
Yes.
It's only 1 attack stat less, but the extra advantage of having a Secret on the board just seems pretty strong. But if Senfglas draws the Eternal
Ooh.
If Senfglas draws the Eternal Servitude now, which he doesn't, I was going to say he could maybe even play the Death Coil just to proc the counterspell and then... Okay. Now this is fine. He's not under any immediate pressure right now.
I mean, it's already going to be turn 7 and 8. Like, now Senf can actually start doing stuff. Like...
I wonder if you ever would consider proccing the counterspell with Greater Healing Potion and then just killing the 5/5.
Ooh, that...
Because like the Greater Healing Potion heals you for 12, right? But the 5/5 hits you in the face every turn for 5.
Yep.
So like, if it hits you twice, then it's already not worth saving the potion. But I guess he doesn't know for sure what the secret was.
He doesn't know for sure what this secret is either. That last one came from the...
Yeah.
That last one came from a glyph, so this could have been the second counterspell, but luckily for Senfglas it wasn't. There were some pretty good cards that Senf just shuffled back into AKAWonder's deck, actually.
Yeah.
Although it did also, I guess, shuffle the Luneth potentially closer to the bottom.
Well, you just put as much stuff on the board as you can.
Interesting.
So, in this matchup, because you just are so scared about losing too much health, do you ever hold back on the Anduin just to keep your hero power?
Yeah, if you can afford to, I think you do.
Yeah, you only play in the desperate situation where your opponent has loads of minions with 5 attack that you can't deal with otherwise. But at the moment, Senfglas is just using the removal while he can. He's managed to play the Dragonfire with the hero power here. The Spellstone has now revived 3 different minions.
Yeah.
which is currently still just Barnes and the Lich King, but he can play Obsidian Statue next turn. But there's the Aluna, so this game is about to speed up one way or another.
We have a game.
Let us wreak havoc.
Oof.
So which minions died for Senfglas? It's only the Lich King and the Barnes, right?
Lich King, Barnes, I believe those are the only two
Yes,
minions.
that's right. So it's better to play the... Oh, no. Oh,
I
of
don't
course,
know.
the
Oh, yeah.
Archaeologist
Yeah.
and the Potion of Madness. Yep. Well, glad we all missed that one.
Yep. Caster's low.
I was thinking, why did Senfglas not just play the Spellstone that said only 2? But this makes sense, because if Senfglas got the Archaeologist and the Barnes and didn't get the Lich King, that would be a pain.
Sam's paying attention. Feels good, man.
He's paying more attention to the game than we are.
As he should.
As he should be. Exactly. That is
Okay.
a good excuse for casters not paying attention. I like it.
This always feels bad.
Yeah.
Using your burn on minions as burn mage. It just never feels good.
It sucks, but he just has so many minions that he has to go for board here and try to...
That mirror though.
Power is here. You need only to seize it.
Oh, Sam. I mean, like, he'll be able to handle it, but it's gonna suck a little bit to give AKAWonder this.
Oh wait, he gets a...
Does it matter too much? The problem
That's
is,
actually so good for Senfglas.
yeah,
Right?
it's fine. It means
Uh,
not another darn counterspell. Wow.
Wow, kills the
wow,
rival.
wow.
What just happened? All right, Senf is back on point one more time.
That was amazing.
That sequence of events, though. Oh my God.
So,
And this is going to be Aka's final push for now, at least. I guess he does draw 3 more cards at the end of this turn, but he can go all in now
Yeah.
with the counter spell as well.
well, Senf can easily proc the counterspell and then just play the Psychic
Yep.
Scream.
He can obliterate. Although, does they come to a point where Senf doesn't want to shuffle stuff back into AKAWonder's deck anymore?
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's got to be getting thin. 7 cards left, yeah.
And AK is thinking about holding back here. I actually really like this.
Yeah. I think you gotta assume the big priest has all the answers. Holding back is good.
So we're thinking about not using the 7-mana card here. What are the options? Shadow Death and then Obliterate. That feels...
Nah, nah, you play it. You play it. If he's playing the Shadow Visions, then he's definitely...
I think he's digging for...
No, there is the dash.
He
Okay.
needs Servitude. So that was the second Shadow Visions, right? So
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, this is very nice, actually. Look at that. Look at that juicy trade from Senfglas. He seems to have had this game pretty much wrapped up from some quite early stages, partially because of how poorly AKAWonder's been drawing.
Yeah, and then the weapon came and he just has unlimited resources.
That's a 5-mana 2/4. It recruits minions, I believe.
Well, AK actually only has 3 cards left in his deck.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna draw them.
there you go.
Senf just needs to beat all of these remaining cards, so that's... He doesn't have any secrets left, so it's only 11 burst damage from hand and the glyph. Does that mean Senf just wins unless the glyph is gonna be insane?
Yeah, Senf just wins. He just needs to stall, right? Like, if he can just deal with the minions. He's got the greater healing potion as well. That's hugely relevant. Despite the fact he hasn't managed to pick up Eternal Servitude this game, which is baffling at this stage.
Yeah, I think this is the right time to Anduin.
Agreed.
You've got the greater healing potion as insurance. And the fatigue begins, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's going to be a lot of it. $14 damage worth of fatigue before Aka gets to take a turn again. That's 2, +3, +4, +5 for his next draw. So the next turn is AKAWonder's last, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
Senfglas is back, almost at full health again. I don't think it's too early to call this one. Tyler, you want to go ahead and call this one?
Yeah, it's pretty much over. Yeah. 5, and it takes a whole lot more.
Is there a spell from Glyph that can deal 28 damage? Pyroblast is the closest he was ever going to get, and it doesn't deal 28 damage. It deals 10. Oh, another Pyroblast.
Another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Senfglas wins his second game of the series. The score is still 3-2. It is best out of 7, and Senfglas needs to take 2 more of AKAWonder's decks down with this big priest. And what were AKAWonder's remaining decks? I don't remember. They were just on screen a second ago. And
He has Rogue and Druid left, I
Druid.
believe.
Okay.
Is his druid the more like miracle build?
It is.
Yeah, it
is,
was some
right?
weird ass
Yeah.
Druid, so I think Seth is favored against the Druid.
I believe that even AKAWonder isn't happy with his druid, actually. It's no small feat.
Ooh.
That's a good hand, AKAWonder.
That's a good hand.
Senfglas's was not, so he threw it all away immediately. Doesn't get the Barnes this time, but he got Shadow Word, Pain, and Death. Not quite what he's looking for. But at least it's not a handful of like 7 and 8 mana cards. And 9 and 10 mana cards.
So as AKAWonder, what do you keep here? You don't keep the backstab because there's no minions you can backstab. I like keeping the one butterfly.
File spin's nice. Not too many early minions for AKAWonder. Slower start.
The Eternal Servitudes keep coming this game.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
But Psychic Scream's great against Rogue. Just unconditional board clear. Bone Mares don't matter. No buffs matter whatsoever. Death Rattles don't matter. Just send everything back to the hand.
Goodbye.
Send it back.
Yeah, the Corridor Creeper's not looking too great in this matchup because Senf isn't really going to play much for a while.
Boys, we need this Borns on 4.
Yeah. That is what we need. Would you pull that off, Tyler? Do you think if it were you playing?
I
right
would
now?
have pulled it off. I did pull it off.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
That's true.
What minion did you get out of it?
Wait, what did I get? I think I got Lich King.
I think it was Lich King.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Coin Borns into Eternal Servitude. Yep.
It feels bad for Senfglas right now. Cobra Skullbane obviously resistant to Dragonfire Potion. Not that Senf has picked that up just yet, but Death handles that nicely. Hopefully Senf can pick up a Dragonfire Potion maybe next turn to deal with AKAWonder's board then. AKAWonder did draw patches and has not drawn Keleseth though, so it's not like he's had the perfect start.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think his hand's not great at all. However, we are getting into those later turns where Bone Mare is going to be really powerful.
This is actually a very weak turn for Aka.
Yeah.
There's the Borns.
Ooh.
Okay, not quite on
Alright.
4, but
We'll
next
take
best
it.
thing.
Oh.
Oh,
And we're
yes,
back in it,
Raj
boys.
comes out. This is the happiest I've seen Senfglas ever in a game of Hearthstone.
Look at that smile.
Aw.
Sarah's not a taunt, but the taunt isn't actually necessary right now, so this isn't bad at all. It's funny, Senf looks really sad and really happy at the same time. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, he's sad because he knows there's a Valspine Slayer coming. At least he's scared of it.
Okay.
Now it's gonna look sad.
It's just not the end of the world, though. Oh, I guess he did pass up all the Eternal Servitudes, didn't he? Like, he mulliganed one away. He didn't pick one from Shadow Visions. He wants to get himself back on the board now.
Yeah, he has so many good draws though.
Psychic Scream's not bad here. Even just the fact that it shuffles this Flame Elemental back into the deck means that AKAWonder's going to draw that at some point.
Well, he shuffles the patches back as well.
Patches... Yeah, okay,
Or not.
Patches in the Flame Elemental trade, so the Firefly goes face. Okay, this... Okay. That's next level.
Oh, wow. Well,
Interesting.
that gives Sen a lot of time, so this is
Yeah.
not a Psychic Scream turn. What is it though? That's so
They'll
awkward.
pass.
Do you ever pint-sized pain?
I was looking at that as well. I think that's actually worth considering.
So you just potion of you get a how do
Yeah.
you consider potion of menacing the 1/1 just to play around the Bowmare turn?
It's just like, you know, it's coming.
Well, it's too late now. There's nothing that...
I feel like you should have done that. Just potion of madness, at least kill off the whole board. Because when does the potion of madness get better in this matchup, right? Now this is the mid game where the big minions are coming, the Bowmares.
Or not, apparently. It's going to be Ken and Corridor Creeper instead. So this will be Senfglas's Psychic Scream turn, and then the Bone Mare won't... Oh. Okay. No Corridor.
Oh, yeah, no, this is definitely smart on AKAWonder. Ensures that it'll have a minion to Bone Mare.
Yeah, that's good.
However, I do think that the 4/8 coming down after is still going to be pretty strong.
Obsidian
Actually,
statues
no,
do
he's got
tend to be
the-
pretty strong. Yeah, okay.
He's got the Vile Spine.
It does get blown up by Valspine, but then the statue still blows up one of AKAWonder's minions,
Yeah.
and then you've got the other one, and then even if that gets Valspined, it still kills one of AKAWonder's other minions, and then at some point, Senfglas draws a Spellstone.
Yeah, he really needs to Spellstone. Be nice.
That's...
That's nice too.
You don't go for it now though. You just play
No, no,
statue.
no.
Even though you know there's a Valspine Slayer, you need to play something to get it out of the hand,
Mhm.
right? So that you can play more minions later.
Senfglas's face expressions are actually just entertaining enough themselves. I don't even think we need the gameplay up here.
Chat. Go make clips of Sem's
So-
face.
I think Senfglas is favored at this point. I think Rogue is gonna start running out of steam. And it's gonna be really hard to get through all the big minions. Because what do you even do here? You play the 5/5, you Valspine that. One minion dies. Then Senf can just Dragonfire Potion to support.
Yeah. Yeah, AKAWonder hasn't developed this Bone Mare for a while. Like, I thought maybe he would have gone for it earlier.
Honestly, there have been a bunch of his plays that I've been a little bit confused about. I agree with Tyler the turn that I thought AKAWonder was going to play the Bone Mare originally. I just feel like the earlier you play that card down, the better, and then you can just keep following it up with the other stuff. Regardless, I don't think there's much that AKAWonder could do about this. All of the removal that Senfglas could possibly need has just sort of fallen into his hand as this game's gone on. AKAWonder played very well with the Valspine Slayer Shadow Step earlier as well. He acknowledged the fact that he needs this card in order to remove Senfglas's big threat after big threat after big threat. But it's still not been enough, and even this last remaining Valspine Slayer just isn't enough to put a stop to everything Senfglas has. He still has 2 big minions in his hand.
This guy's toast. This guy's toast.
Health's getting a bit low, though.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
That's nice.
He can play that with the dragon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Way
really
better.
good.
With the Dragonfire Potion too. And I'm surprised by this play from AKAWonder as well. He's not left anything in his own hand to proc this Valspine Slayer.
so how scared is Senf at
How
this point?
scared are we? Yeah, that's the question.
I think you take the Taunt.
Oh,
That's-
interesting.
I don't know what's left in the deck.
I'm pretty
But-
sure everything left in the deck has Taunt, except
wow.
that. Except that. Oh boy.
Because at this point, you would know that there are two cards in the hand that were kept for a very long while. It could have been read as Leroy Shadow Step or whatever.
Yeah.
So he could have been scared of that. But
Oh,
yeah, he went for the ballsy play. The thing is,
I'm not sure I like taking the Astrage because I feel like if you go for it, you probably never lose.
Look at Seb's reactions right now. He knows he messed up.
Yeah.
He knows that Leroy kills him. Do you know what? Watching Senfglas is actually more entertaining than watching the game. I know I said it before. I've actually spent more of this game watching him in real life than watching the game. I just have to keep looking away because he keeps looking towards us. I don't want to be distracting him. But
Yeah. No, I personally think he should have gone with the Obsidian statue
Yeah, I
there.
think so
I think
too.
he knows it too.
unpunished for now.
we again.
He's one of the more emotional players.
He
we've had in this.
absolutely is.
Got it locked up though, because Leroy Valspine wouldn't be enough, right? It's one off.
Oh, so Yashiraj was actually the last minion in the deck as well. So that was the only outcome from the Yashiraj.
Yeah.
Swash. Is there any?
No. That's the sound it makes, right? When you play it. Temple Enforcer. No?
Really?
Oh, I don't even know.
It goes.
I was like,
I play Hearthstone with sound
You
off.
all right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you
fine.
do? Oh, I need a sound
I'm
off.
not just having a fit. I'm good.
All right.
So we get to go to game 7.
Once again, second
Yeah.
series in a row. Where we've gone right to the very end. Senfglas versus AKAWonder, and it's a great way to end the tournament. Like today would suck if every game was just going
Yeah.
4-0. So as much as it would have been cool for Senfglas if he did sweep with the Druid, for entertainment value, this is much more. You know, this is much better. And also, we get to watch Senfglas sweat, which is always fun.
AKAWonder has a tough hill to climb now because this last matchup, his weird cycle, miracle, whatever, druid, is gonna have a hard time dealing with the big minions from the big priest. I feel like
Yeah.
because
They aren't comfortable with all of their decks. They've come in immediately after the expansion. But the thing they're saying is it's okay, because even if one of my decks has a 100% loss record, doesn't matter. I just have to
Doesn't
win with it.
matter,
I can
yeah.
sweep with my rogue or sweep with my priest. But for AKAWonder, this is his last shot. But Senfglas has a pretty appalling hand here.
I
The
think-
Shadow Essence isn't bad. He's on the coin.
yeah, I think Shadow Essence is already good enough.
Shadow Essence is fine, but the problem is
It's
he's already drawn
fine.
Yashiraj. He's already drawn one Obsidian statue. So what are his chances? He's got one Obsidian statue left, one Ysera. Oh dear. One Obsidian statue, one Lich King, one Barnes. They are the
that
remaining
makes it a bit
minions in
worse.
the deck.
Yeah, now it gets scary. If he
Yeah, it
starts
gets
drawing
very
more bad
scary.
cards like this, we can have a disaster. Yeah, I think use Shadow Visions. You want to find... does he really value the heal more? It's heal 1 versus spending 2 mana now. And you kind of have an idea of what you want, right?
It's straight for the
Oh,
Spellstone.
it's such a slow hand. We gotta-
Sem's game plan now is just last as long as he possibly can and just start slamming these big threats come turn 8.
Yeah, AKAWonder's gonna get to ramp and drop that Arcane Tyrant.
Okay, this is actually really scary now because
Yeah.
AKAWonder has a good hand.
Yeah,
good
really
hand.
good hand.
Yeah, Innovate, Nourish to ramp up, drop the Arcane Tyrant as well. This is looking pretty aggressive for arguably AKAWonder's worst deck in the tournament.
Does the deck run Giants? Like Arcane Giants?
I think so, yeah.
What to do?
It's hard to justify not running Arcane Giants, really,
Yeah.
when you're running Kyrgyzstan Auctioneer nowadays.
Ooh, interesting. I guess he's thinking he really wants to innovate out that. Oh no, he's either thinking he wants to save it for the Gadgets on Auctioneer, I suppose, or innovate out UI.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Is that even necessary at this point? Well, it helps the Auctioneer later.
pretty darn good.
Or he can just ramp up straight away, why not? 9 mana next turn, he can innovate
All
out
right,
the ultimate
moment
infestation.
of truth. Come on. Never Barnes.
Tonight, a tale of Senfglas getting very upset with life.
Oh, Barnes, why?
And now AKAWonder just gonna do everything he can to punish Senfglas for having the worst big priest hand in the history of Hearthstone.
God, now I look so stupid for saying it's super favored for priest.
You don't look stupid
Well,
at
I
all, though,
mean,
Tyler. Like this hand,
Not with this hand.
this hand does not beat decks, and it's still possible though. Like
Yeah, it is still.
turn 7, if he needs to, Senf can Psychic Scream away the board, and turn 8, he can play Anduin. Actually, Psychic Scream on these scarabs or spiders isn't bad. Weakens some of the draw in AKAWonder's deck.
Well, it's not going to be too long until he can start dropping these big guys, and he's still at a really good life total, and the Jades aren't crazy yet, so...
For anyone that hasn't seen AKAWonder's Druid deck list before, who doesn't actually know what the win condition is, the win condition is cycle all the way through his deck so that he doesn't have any cards left at all, and then shuffle Jade Idols in so that the only cards left are Jade Idols. In the meantime, he's got Arcane Giants, as Tyler said before, and just pressures the board that way. It's not a deck that's been consistent in the slightest, but now he's just going to start slamming that hero power into the face.
There's just so much pressure.
Potion of Madness is good now, though.
Yeah, kind of surprised. Like,
It's not good
which
enough.
big minion was he scared of on turn 7 for him to play the spiders? Because now he makes himself weaker to the Potion of Madness, right?
That's true. That's true.
None of the big minions died.
Maybe a second Shadow Essence.
I think it's only second Shadow Essence and not even Bonch, right?
Yeah. So how deep through AKAWonder's deck can he get right now?
Whew. Giants are getting cheaper as well.
Yeah, that Giant isn't looking like it's quite going to be playable this turn. Unless AKAWonder picks up another Innovate, then it will be. Earthen Scales, Innovate, Arcane Giant. Earthen Scales, Spellstone. No, because the Earthen Scales would be buffing up the Spellstone and then killing the Auctioneer.
This is just so awkward. There's not even a way to kill the Auctioneer for the Priest.
The bigger the Jades get, though, the better that Anduin gets.
I don't think we want that. I think we want the Jades to stay as small as possible.
Well, I guess the dream is that you then Psychic Scream a bunch of 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13 Jade Golems.
Yeah, sure.
So that AKAWonder draws them and just can't play them. No minion has died except Barnes.
Only a Barnes. So you have to leave this Auctioneer up. That has to feel really bad.
Oh, man. I think there's a Naturalize in AKAWonder's deck, too. So the Obsidian Statue isn't even safe. Yeah, there's actually only one Jade Idol in AKAWonder's deck list. He just runs the one. So he's shuffled. So there's 3 in there already. But, whew. That's a lot of armor.
That is 62 health right now.
The priest
Give
is
it a try.
supposed to be the big deck, but right now this druid's looking pretty big to me.
Yeah. You never throw down that other giant, right? Into Anduin?
No, you shouldn't.
You should, yeah.
Is he considering it?
I feel like he's considering it.
Or is he
shouldn't,
considering playing the spell to cycle another card? Ooh.
though. That's a card.
It's a card, but again, he'd rather use it on Jade Golems later. He may not have a
Yeah,
choice.
it's
He may have
very
to play it
true.
now, but he can Anduin now. The Jade Golems aren't big enough yet, though, to even consider.
The light has betrayed me.
All right, just gonna leave Auctioneer alive. It's I'd like to say it's done its job, but I mean that auctioneer can just go on and on and on and on. Just gonna use the nourish to ramp up. Or to do nothing, I should say, because obviously he's not ramping up.
So let me think. What is the out for the priest? He can play Yasharge into statue. Then he'll have 3 minions dead. The Spellstone can summon back the Yasharge, the statue, and the Borns. And then, is there even any other minion left in the deck? There's Lich King, right?
There's a Lich King, yeah.
Frost Widow just got drawn by AKAWonder. I didn't even know that was the name of the card. The 1 mana 1/2 spider.
No, did I? Frost Widow?
Frost Widow.
So Seth needs to somehow find a turn where he doesn't get pressured and can actually play one of these big minions.
Dragonfire Potion wouldn't be too horrible here for Senfglas. If he picked it up, he can ping the Arcane Giant twice and just
Yeah,
go forward.
Dragonfire would work, sure.
Oh.
That's rough.
That's rough. Because I think he probably could have dropped Yasharaj and been fine pulling the Obsidian statue. But
Oh, that's
boy.
a good draw for AK. I feel like if he didn't draw the Giant there, this would have been the window of opportunity for Senf. Because he would only develop a Auctioneer.
But this Miracle Druid deck is doing what it's supposed to do in theory. Just
Yeah.
that pressure never ends. Ghoul Infester, is that what that's called? Wow, okay. These cards have names, guys. Who knew?
I thought the Druid deck would go off much slower, but it's just constantly pressuring now. Just think about playing the Spider. That just makes no sense to me.
yeah, just
Because you have the Naturalize
yeah.
in hand.
Death is eternal.
Okay.
My turn is not.
Every single draw Senfglas has had this game has felt bad, except for the
Yeah.
Psychic Screams and the...
Oh, jeez.
Maybe this does speak to how kind of poor this Miracle Druid is, though, because the Druid started off so well, Senfglas started off so bad, and yet Senfglas is still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's alive, but he's not winning. Like, every turn that he survives, he's not really doing anything. And he's falling more behind every turn as well. So even though he managed to drag out the game very long, he was never really in a good spot. And this Naturalize is going to be brutal.
AKAWonder's also getting to the point where he can just start shuffling. Just Jade Idol
Yeah.
shuffle, just keep
Yeah.
drawing, keep playing them, then keep shuffling. It will be the only card in his deck before long.
Here, AKAWonder just wants to play as many minions as possible and then just naturalize the minions so that he gets
Doesn't
the
lose
8/8
much.
and the 4/3 to survive so that they can hit face.
What's more important, do you think, to survive, the Auctioneer or the Arcane Giant?
I think at this point you'd rather have the Giant survive and
Interesting.
hit him for 8, yeah.
I think there's still another Auctioneer in the deck, isn't there?
Yeah, and he has UI in
Yeah.
hand. He has enough card draw. I don't like this.
They both
He went for the 50-50, but I think it's totally fine to... Okay, so this sets up lethal. Yeah, it was 50-50 for lethal. No, actually, that was okay. I didn't even realize. That was my bad.
Well, after a long, grueling series, all the way to game number 7, AKAWonder does take the win in the quarter.